Hey y'all, it's Annette the Lobster Lady. We are here to learn how to pour some really cool turtles. My classes love these turtles. So we're calling them Teenage Mutant Glitter Turtles. And there they are. That's the three I had a commission for them. And I just showed you exactly what we did and giving you lots of hints on how to be successful in all of your pouring in the molds. You can have some beautiful ideas and use them. I'm laying out here real quickly to show you, and we're going to have all this listed in the back for you. But if you want to, stop the recording and look up there and get your ideas. But that is May Spring, and I'm using purple amethyst. I use Arteza, and the Arteza color I'm using is amethyst purple. And I use these little, I don't know what you would call them. I think they're almost shavings of metal, but that's what that is right there. And sometimes I like them and sometimes I don't. They don't always float, so you have to be a little careful. They're a little bit heavy. Then that color is Sky Blue from Polycolor, from Illumilite. And Illumilite is a nice company. Bling It, my color art, that's what I'm showing you. And that's Boreal. And I'm telling you, I've used this separately, and I put it in with the blue to kind of calm it down. First of all, you see my mold, and the mold, that's an older one. I got 5 of these. That is pink alcohol ink that just stained the heck out of that mold. And believe it or not, it came off. It didn't come off last time, but it came off. And then the green turtle that I'm doing, that I just made a mistake with, I poured my clear in first, and I didn't really mean to do that. But you know what? It worked out. You always got to work it out and look at what I'm doing. I'm doing every time I do this, I warn everybody and chastise them for not doing it. You got to go around the edges. And that's what takes all those little air bubbles off of your edges. I'm going to sit back here and let you watch. You need to choose your own colors. Maybe you'll get an idea or hint from some of the ones I'm using. So what I do is I keep some little molds off to the side. And I use up, fill up a little bit extra. And you notice up there I've got a bigger mold. These are new ones that I just received. I'm trying them out. Now after I did this green, I noticed there wasn't enough differences between those other two, so I mixed up my avocado. I love this color. It's a really good organic color. That's a good Q word, right? But it is an organic color. It gives you lots of contrast in your pieces. Sometimes I blend it in, and sometimes I leave them separate. And I'm just kind of fooling around to see what we can come up with. That's a good habit to get into, is to wipe your edges. I mixed up some, I don't know, I have all kinds of glitters. And that glitter had every color in the moon. Now I want you to check this out. I'm using a knife. Number one, I wipe it off every single time. Because if you don't take it off, you're going to drag the resin right back through there each time. It'll mess up your design. There we go, going around that edge again, over and over again. I gotta get those air bubbles all out. I think I pretty much finished that green one. So I'm gonna probably, there you go, fill up some of my little babies and the brothers and sisters and mamas. If you notice, this is blue. I'm going to fill all that up. I prepped all my colors in my cups beforehand. Save me some time. Be a little more efficient. And that green has already dried. It was in there last night. And I'm putting the blue on top of it. Oh, this is my red, and this is a Bling It from Color Art, and don't even ask me the name of it because I use it so fast I can't remember it, but it is slightly translucent. Let's watch as I'm mixing it up, get a couple ideas here. I'm very surprised that that red did not blend, but it didn't, and it stayed separate, and I'm going to use it in my next video, my next pour. Look at there, I love this part. This is my most fun. And I always, you can see all kinds of air bubbles in the middle. That's what those little white smoky looking areas, cloudy areas, those are air bubbles. And we're working, see, pop, 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 pop. That's my small little handgun, my heat gun rather, handgun. Okay, no, my heat gun. And I use that in all my molds to keep from blowing everything out. And here I used golden mica, and I've kind of pulled it out into the rays, not the waves, of the sun burst that's in the middle of the turtles. I'm watching my pour and forgetting to tell you about it. Holy cow, come on, Net, get this busy. Now, this is not a blue turtle. It's not a green turtle. Here we go, it's my purple one, yay! Okay, it's the purple one. Now I'm pouring down the side. I didn't pour on top of the gold because look how much it moved and I didn't even have it on the gold. You pour it on the side and then it kind of maintains the design that you're not pouring on. If you pour on it, you're gonna lose it. There we go. And I just I didn't want it to mix too much, just enough to make it look like it's part of it. Here we go. Get those air bubbles out. Put a little bit. Oh, I know, this was my catch-all. I started filling it up with all kinds of colors just to see what it would do. And here we go, 15 hours later, and it drove me crazy. This does take longer than most of your pours because it's deep pour. Got to pay attention to this. And oh my goodness, this is the next morning and I'm so excited. Couldn't wait to see this one because I wasn't sure what that red was going to do. Here we go. Now, I want you to pay attention to how I'm getting the mold off. I'm showing you the air bubbles that are still on that side even though I worked them. Now, see how I'm loosening it? I'm not just ripping it off. That tail is very difficult to maintain the shape and not rip it off. I've lost a couple tails, but now I've got it down. This has a little bit of a pour over, so I had to take the whole pour over off. But I'm working it slow. The tail is what makes that little turtle. Everybody loves that little curly tail. Now, a couple times when I first got these molds, they are inexpensive. I think I got them on Temu. That's T-E-M-U. These edges sometimes were sticking, but when you do spray your mold release in there, it does help. I'm struggling a little bit with this one, but sometimes you're going to get them this way, and these were still very pliable when I took them out. I just couldn't wait any longer. I think we've all been in that position before. Here we go. And I don't jerk anything off, and this is in real time, guys. You have to be careful. You put a lot of time and effort into that. Might as well finish it up with a lot of good, tender, loving care. There we go. We'll get that head out. So I normally just loosen the whole thing all the way around. I don't care what mold it is before I try taking it out. Don't even try it. Make sure all your edges are loose. You have nothing holding on to it. Then you can actually stick your hand or your finger under, there we go, underneath, and it helps it work out. I get it all the way underneath the whole piece, the whole project, and I happen to push sometimes from the other end, other side, not other end. There we go. Ah, I got it. I was so excited. Let's see, and it came out perfect. See how clear the green was? And that is because I poured it the day before. Now I'm going to take gold to put it on that sun. Not gold resin, I'm going to use gold filigree or maybe my gold marker, paint marker. But you could do that on all of the, I think that's what I'm telling you here, is you could do it on all of the pieces that are not in the surface. That's an air bubble. You got a little too close. Back it up, Annette. But see the sections in his tummy? You realize every single one of my turtles have that, even though I do different designs. I always come up with these sections. I'm trying to get it to do it on the other side. Here's my pretty purple one. I love this purple one. He's cute. Let's see, the sun, that's where I had worked it through, so it did kind of catch a couple places I missed out. Oh, there you go, I'm pointing them out to you. But most of them, I got it in there. That one really came out cute. And, once again, the tummy comes out with the sections. So my purple one. There is the green one, and see the pink on the edges? That came from my mold. And I bleached that silly thing. And there is my blue one with red. This was a commission, and I hope she loves them. Because I do. I'll take them. Check those tummies out. And they all have those sections. I think the micas, now they don't do that with the alcohol inks. The micas do it. There's my little mama. And there's the golden child. I did all colors that night. Once again, you're pulling it loose first. Don't try to rip them out. Isn't that cool? Right there on Amazon, I think. It's either Amazon or eBay, one of the two. I found those. A whole little pack of them. They're gorgeous. Now, whenever you work with a mold that has a head or any other kind of part of their body or a piece of the project, you want to be very careful. Now, I did loosen it up. Didn't intend to. But you notice where that split is, where the head would be stuck. And it's stuck way down in there. I have one that's really far. Now, I'm just pushing from underneath, pushing that mold up to push the piece out. Got the piece out, now I'm pulling, watch, that way. Pulling straight out with the head. If not, if you go left, right, or up, you're going to rip that head right off.